Hi, this is a demo for the Musicomlab EFX MKII pedal switching system. This is a seemingly complex system, but it's incredibly easy to use. You can control everything with just your feet for on-the-fly switching. I'll go into some of the basic functions of it, but it can go very complex. It has 8 independent loops, all of which you can program into presets. It has 100 presets available to you, set in 25 banks. It is also a MIDI switching system, if you so choose. Now, I'll go over some of the basic functions here. Noiseless switching, I should say, to begin with. I've never had a single pop from this at all in any shape or form. It has 2 buffers. One you can turn off prior to going through the first 4 loops. The second buffer enters in after the first 4 loops for the 4 through 8. Loops 7 and 8 can actually be instead of using them as loops, you can use them as channel switchers, different control functions, for switching dirty or clean channels on your amp. There's a 1 MIDI out, and there is, I believe it has up to 8 MIDI program changes you can send, so you can control up to 8 different MIDI devices on different channels. It can send MIDI control changes as well. It has an expression pedal output for MIDI devices, so if you have 3 different MIDI devices that each can use an expression pedal, just plug one into here and you can program each preset to control parameters of that particular MIDI device instead of doing all 3 or needing 3 expression pedals. I'll go over some of the simple steps now. Each one of my pedals is hooked into one of the loops here, with the exception of my exotic blender, which has the Musicomlab plugged into it. As you can see here, I have some of my pedals attached to part of my pedal board up here because I don't need to stomp on them anymore. For my bass today, I'm using my Elrick 6-string fretted bass. Okay, alright, I'm going to go through some of the basic options now. Right now I'm on a bank that has no preset saved to it. Alright, now what I'm going to do to save a preset, I'll show you how quickly it is. We're going to hit mode. Well, select one of the 4 patches first. Hit mode. It gives you the option of using loops 1 through 4. Hit it again, you get loops 5 through 8 to choose from. Let's say I only want to use what's in loop 3, which I have as an overdrive. If I want to save this as my preset, I will hit up. If I don't want to, I'll hit down. Save it. That's it. Alright, let's try something else. Go to bank 2, hit up. Let's say I want to use a couple settings here. I want to use my envelope filter and a different fuzz I have. Save. Now I have 2 different pedals saved as a preset here. Now, the way you save the loops, they will always be in serial loops. If you want to go into loop switching, so that the order of each loop can be changed, you're going to have to go through a rack system like a Switchblade or something like that. I don't know of any pedal-based systems that'll do that. Alright, now I'm going to go into something slightly more complex, but it's actually incredibly easy to do as well, putting a MIDI patch in. This is my Boss VF1. I control all the patches with it by using this. This is a separate MIDI controller I only use for my looper live, because I use this so often I need a separate controller for it, but I can also control it with this easily if I chose. Now, right now I have my Boss in loop 8. Here's the thing, you do not have to keep any of your MIDI devices set in the loops. You can send a signal through MIDI and it will go through whether it's in a loop or not. I keep it in a loop just because I like to keep it completely out of my signal chain if I so choose. Alright. Right now I have a tremolo set there, and that's it. Click save. Now what I want to do, say I want to switch to a different patch inside of my VF1. Hold down mode for 3 seconds. Gives me the options. Right now this is on MIDI channel 1 along with this. If you keep going down, you get the choice of going through all your MIDI channels, your control channels, your buffer. Alright. What I do is hit this. Then I pick which patch I want. Let's say I want patch number 6. Hit mode, or I'm sorry, hit patch 3 again. Hit mode again. and it's now saved. Simple as that. Let's go over here. Let's say I want to mix two sounds together. Say I want overdrive with one of the sounds I've saved on my VF1. Click save. Now it still has it set on my isolator sound here because that was the last one used. But if I want to use a different MIDI patch, same thing again. Hold down for 3 seconds. Go here. Let's go. I want to go to patch 9. Yeah, save that. For a phaser sound, along with the overdrive. Mode again to save it. And off. Another interesting option is your offsetting for each one of these buttons. You can also save a preset to that. So if I wanted to have my fuzz be set for every time I turn this off, I can do that as well. You do that the same way as you do setting the presets, except you just don't hit any of the preset buttons. Hit mode. Say I want to have this be my standard sound for everything. Click save. Overdrive, and when I turn the overdrive off, it'll be that fuzz sound. Now to deselect it is very simple. Just go to mode, turn it off, save.